if at some level the conversation internally isn't, yay, I'm me, then there's work to do. There's stuff to do. If your internal dialogue towards yourself isn't like, yes, fuck yeah, bro, I'm this dude or girl or chick or human or whatever. If it isn't that, then it's like, okay, well then we have work to do. And then it's like, yeah, I'm doing this progression or evolution, but ultimately it is self-work. And that's kind of, I think, the thing that deters a lot of people is like this concept that you're not already there. It's not that. And I think that that's where like the bullshit really in the world that's like, and I see a lot of like yoga, American yoga culture is like, and it's just like, that's not it. It's not, that's too much flexibility. You gotta have some center too. So I feel like an American yoga lens with like a traditional Taoist practice is like sturdiness. Cause I think in I don't know, maybe a different lens, if I'm talking, when I say American lens, I'm like, okay, the basically brand yoga, really, if you've encountered that in America, then that's what I'm talking about. And it's like, yeah, you gotta have some center. And then you do work, and then the work is beautiful. Work is like, that's like yoga. It's like you're saying, I like yoga, or I like making music, or I like doing this or that. It's like, okay, you found something in life, and then now you live life. But it's all about calibration, really. But people don't get to the calibration aspect of it because you get so stuck in, oh, this is gonna be work, or nothing's wrong with me, I don't need fucking work, and whatever your perspective is on it, you don't have to have it. This is for those who have decided to seek that. That's all. But it is that. And you just gotta, decalcify and all that. But then there's also being gentle with yourself along the process, because otherwise then you develop this other like kind of tumor of an inner dialogue that's all about, at the spine of it, it's if only I were this way, which again brings you back to FOMO, because you're hypothesizing this alternative you that ultimately is unreachable, because it's a hypothetical potential you, but out of reach, because it's essentially you in this or you in that or you in the past. So it's really all this tangled wire of identity that really needs freaking a lot of work on it anyway. You need tremendous light, flashlights on all the dark, cavernous nooks and crannies, spider web filled nooks and crannies to be able to get any light or oxygen flow through those parts of the house. I pictured that there's a video game where Mario basically just goes around getting ghosts. I'm not sure which Mario it is, but I'm pretty sure it's Mario. I'm pretty sure there's ghosts. Yep, there's ghosts. It's like blue, like kind of dark blue. I think it's dark blue. It's a big mansion. The color palette, somewhere in the color palette, like the walls are dark blue or the floor is dark blue, or there's like a dark blue gray hue to it. I remember that. Anyways, that's everybody's mind, and you gotta clean that out. And that's what the work is. And so that's what light engineering is, that's what inner engineering is, that's what alchemy is, and that's what all the different ways are. And it's just like me and an observation of my process and my journey through it all. It's really like, yeah, if you're not saying, yay, I'm me, you're kinda not that thrilled. And you kinda still would be cool if you were this person, or if your life was a little bit. And so there's that vibrational frequency that you're basically implanting and encoding every experience with, and this is like, offsetting it with this kind of vibrational coat of literally a blanket of an experience, you know, lens that you're looking through. And then it's augmented, it's all jonesed out. I'm looking for a road that I'm not finding. I thought it was going to be a couple roads, but I say road, street. I'm not finding that road. I'm not finding that road. I'm gonna stop doing this.